Hi, Neil.
Hey there, how you doing, Sheila?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing well, thanks. Good morning.
Good morning. So, how about we start and you tell me what your position is and where do you work?
Sure. I work at State College of Florida, SCF, Advanced Technology Center, and my role is that of a business development coordinator. So, uh, basically, what that is I help to make the community aware of some of the different technical training that we offer to all different ages.
So, what does that entail on like an everyday basis? Do you just go out into the community and talk to people?
Yes, there's a lot of going out to different what they call networking events, where groups of different business folks come together to, find out what different businesses do and what they offer. A lot of times, I'm exchanging business cards with people so that we can contact each other later to follow up and to see if some of the training that we offer would be appropriate for whoever the person is or the company they work for.
And,
So,
and what's your background?
my background is I studied, went to college, knew I wanted to do something sort of kind of with people, so I majored in psychology. And then everybody in my life asked me, "What are you going to do with that?" And I was like, "Hold on, back off. I'll tell you a little later," but I didn't know at the time. But I began to realize that, and I actually ended up working as what they call on a college campus a student worker or student assistant in a counseling office, and I loved the people I was meeting. They're wonderful, they're really down to earth, but very professional. They were writing books and doing national talks for conferences, but they were the most down to earth people. And I remember thinking, wow, that's the professional I'd like to be. So I went ahead and started in there in a master's program. And I first thought I was going to be a marriage and family therapist. And then I ended up doing what they call a practicum, which is kind of like an internship at Santa Fe College up in Gainesville. And it was a 3-month, practicum or internship. And I fell in love with the whole college environment, working with college students, helping them figure out what classes they needed, and especially how to help them with career exploration and career decision making. So, and I ended up, after graduation, working at St. Petersburg College for over 25 years as a counselor. I managed some programs that helped first generation low income students, and we provided mentoring support outside of their classes to help them be successful. And then ended up coming on almost 2 years ago at State College of Florida in this role. So I've had to learn a lot of new things in the role, but that's my background.
And so you're working at SCF. So tell me a little bit more about the program, the Coding Academy.
Sure, yeah,
What do you guys
absolutely.
do?
Like I said, a technical training for all different ages. So if you maybe notice behind me here, we do have on the banner information talking about some of our STEM camps. So we do start with elementary age, second grade, and through about sixth grade. We do elementary camps. We also do middle school camps as well. And you can see, I'll show you some of the different things that we work with. Our students put together various robots. Sometimes
Wow.
they're from Lego kits, sometimes this is a different robotic kit, and there's different little sensors. This one is designed to be able to detect when it comes up against a wall or something like that that's in its way, and the students learn to program it to avoid knocking into something. We'll set up what we call a challenge course with tape on the floor, and they'll have to figure out how to code the robots to follow through that maze.
So smarter than a Roomba.
Yeah,
Yeah, right.
something like that. Yeah. We also utilize flying a lot of drones, and so there are two ways to do that. The first is manually piloting it with a controller that doesn't look much different than some of the game controllers that are out there. But we also show our students how to code so that these fly remotely. So, and again, we'll set up challenge courses where maybe they have to fly through some sort of a ring, or they have to go under this little bridge that we've made up, or have to land onto this circle or something like that. And so students are usually paired up and they work together, and so they love it. Aside from this, you'll notice on here. They also do a lot with design and manufacturing. We work with circuit boards, and I know a lot of students watching will have probably tried Minecraft.
Yeah.
And so we utilize Minecraft to teach students everything from cybersecurity to it can be used to teach different kinds of topics. And typically when we get the students on Minecraft, we usually have to kind of peel them off of the keyboard when their parents come to pick them up. So they love that part of the program. So it's all very, very hands-on, so there's a lot of good development that happens. So that's for our youth. For our high school students, we have free workshops that we're going to be having some of those come up, just as an example. There's two. One's coming up in October. They're on Wednesday nights. First one's going to be talking about cybersecurity. Another one in November is going to be talking about drones and robotics. And for these events, we get maybe 4 to 5, maybe 6 industry representatives from that area to come in on that night. And so they're able to talk to families and parents and students about what cybersecurity is, what are some of the future career opportunities for it, how do you get trained for it, and things like that. So,
and how experienced do students have to be? Can someone who has never played Minecraft or anything of the sort join and learn and be able to put together a drone or a robot at the end of the program?
Well, I sometimes jokingly say it's so easy, even Neil can do it. So our students always amaze me with, even if they've never tried something like that before, their ability to get into the material, to, number one, not be intimidated by it, and to explore it. And they'll help each other as well as our facilitators that are talking and walking around the room. The students will help each other. So no, there's really no requirement for any kind of background. They're welcome to kind of join. So everything I've talked about so far is our youth side of things. Yeah. But for our adults, we also offer 2-month and 4-month long trainings. And these trainings are in different areas of coding. You may have heard of Python. Python is a coding language that helps people learn how to do data analysis and things like that. A lot of it's built on Python programming. There's all different types of languages that we do. And the nice thing about the 2-month and 4-month training programs is they're done it in the evening. They're part-time and they're online. So folks don't have to turn their life upside down to be able to take these courses. And at the end of them, our students actually take exams, and if they pass the exams, they become nationally certified in that particular area or areas of coding, which is pretty cool. So we say that people can really, in a couple of months, kind of change their life if they're interested in that sort of technology. So it's exciting.
You mentioned different areas of coding. What would those areas be?
HTML and CSS, so a lot of front end, and I'm not going to remember all of the, but
it's okay. I wouldn't understand anyway.
But they do cover the 2-month trainings typically cover one type of topic area. So it could be Python. It could be what they call networking plus, learning how systems are networked together. Could be Security Plus, which is the cybersecurity part of things. We also, our 4-month programs, we refer to those as boot camps, and we have one of those that deal with cybersecurity and cloud computing. So that's a real popular one. We also are developing and we're going to be offering this January an AI and web development as well. So some really interesting, we also have a Security Plus that's a 4-month boot camp as well. So those are very popular, and those are a lot more appropriate if someone is really wanting to look at some career change. That's what they're looking at. So.
And would someone need to apply to be part of the program? How does that work?
Yes. One thing I do want to point out is since any college and university has 2 sides of it. The side that everybody hears about is called the credit side. That's the part where you have credit hours and people graduate and wear the funny hats at graduation and all that. It's wonderful. But we're on the non-credit side, which means lifelong learning, workforce development. Any Florida resident can take our training classes without applying to the college as a regular college student. So the training's designed to be for any Florida resident. And so the application is usually they're very short, quick, web-based forms. And you can apply for the program. You can also apply, there's also scholarships available. Very popular one is called Open Door Scholarship. So those are funded by the state of Florida. And again, it's a very short, quick web application for that as well to see if someone's eligible.
So, and the eligibility is that they need to be a Florida resident?
But that's one of them. The other one has to do with employment status. One of the questions shows is someone either has to be unemployed, furloughed, or here's a category called underemployed, and that's one that a lot of students or a lot of residents qualify under.
Okay,
So,
okay. And so I'm guessing that the program then doesn't require any prerequisites.
No, there are, usually that's true. There's one or two that do. A lot of times if our director feels like the students need to make sure they know a few items before they go into it, they'll send them a little bit of what we call pre-work. And that's just work to go over maybe the couple of weeks or month before their program starts, just to make sure that they've covered certain kind of basics and so forth. So for some of them, it might be the first time seeing it. Other people, it might be a review of something they've had earlier somehow.
That's great.
Yeah.
And what would you have to say to someone, to a student that's watching this? What would you say to them, encouraging them to join?
Sure.
The academy?
If you don't mind, I'm going to respond in two ways. For our youth, I want to encourage all of you to to explore. All right. And what I mean by that is just think about different ways that you can get out there and try different activities to see what you think about them, right? A lot of times people ask you, what sort of career are you thinking about? But if you've not tried a whole lot of different things, how would you know? So I always encourage students to take what I call the Fearless Career Test Drive. Go out there and maybe try a club at school, try a sports activity, try something with music, try something with art, or in this case, maybe something with technology. Just try it and then ask yourself the question, what did you like about that activity? And a lot of times by doing that, you can begin to really know and verify for yourself that, yeah, I really seem to like these kinds of things. So that's my encouragement for our students, our K through 12 students. For our adults, I really want to say that one of the lessons I've learned in the last 2 years here at the Advanced Technology Center is that a lot of times some of our adults will have what they call imposter syndrome. Thinking, well, who am I to be able to do this kind of training? And I don't think I can learn information technology type stuff. But what we found is every class of students that we have, people find that they are able to do more than they thought they were able to do with IT. So I would just, as an encouragement to any of our adult folks that are considering it, to really give yourself the benefit of the doubt. And really try it out and begin to see, because we have a lot more students that are able to do it than maybe thought they could. So
That's great. Thank you so much.
yeah, you're welcome. Enjoyed
That's
it.
great.
Yeah.
Yeah.